to the AOE podcast. This is Cam. As always, with me is my special friends and family.
I don't like the way that sounds.
Man, every time, one of these days we'll get an intro together, and y'all gonna love it.
That's how it goes.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, what do I do that's so special, or you know, like what it?
The
like,
great
what
thing
is...
about being a Cameron friend, you don't need to know why you're special. You're just
I'm
special.
done. No, like I want to know.
Why did that sound creepy?
Exactly. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, how about we just do like a, hey, welcome to the AOE podcast, and these are the people I have with me. See, that makes it sound like the Barney stuff. See, Teletubbies, and you know they all got court orders, and I'm not about any of that. But hi, my name is Decimo Primo. Primo. Yes, that's me.
I don't know why I say it that way. I just like it.
Hey, keep it up. I like it.
Is he gonna be the new ad lib?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You just say Decimo, and then all of a sudden, like Primo just comes in the background. I like it.
Yeah, just imagine like the character of Decimo, like walking not at the sunset, like along the sunset.
Yes.
And maybe he says Decimo, and like in the background, someone yells Primo.
Yeah.
We're gonna make that. I like that. I like that.
That's dope.
So
What's up? I'm Berta.
Yeah.
Nice to meet y'all.
Relentless Banana.
There we go.
Don't know which camera it's gonna be at, so I'm doing both of them.
Doing both.
Tell look at that one, and you look at that one, and switch.
And you got Coro Dane in the corner.
That's some teamwork right there.
So, what are we all doing here today? Why did we gather?
Some different updates, you know, in game news. We got some comic book news as well, and even some anime news.
Are we gonna talk about the fake news?
Sure, let's get the face news.
All right. Okay. Throughout the past close to 4 years, based off our illustrious president Donald Trump, is whatever you determine is fake news is fake news. You just keep shouting it, fake news, and eventually people will give you enough attention in order to either A, disprove that it's fake news, or just accept what you're saying is true, and then, you know, the world moves on. So I'm going to call it fake news.
So what are you saying that what's fake news this time?
I'm saying that both PlayStation and Xbox are full of fake news. I think both of their consoles are completely fake, and they're not ready to be launched at all.
But we actually got a date from
You got a date?
Microsoft.
Oh, you got a date?
We got
Oh, what's the date?
We got a month.
Oh, you got a month?
We got November.
Oh, you got November?
Yeah.
How far is that?
I mean, it's like 3 or 4 months away.
So you can tell me you could pre-order then?
No, I can't pre-order.
Wait, you can't pre-order?
No, I can't pre-order.
You can't pre-order, and it's it's about 90 days away,
Yeah.
give or take.
I mean, but
Because you know they're not going to launch it on Black Friday. They have to launch it before Black Friday, right? Right. If they're launching before Black Friday, that means literally the first 2 weeks in November. So if they're launching the first 2 weeks in November, you got less than 90 days, and there's no pre-orders? Huh.
I would like to say one thing.
I would like to say that PlayStation themselves also did say Holiday 2020, which could be
December.
either it could be November or it could be December. So they got more time.
Oh, 120 days. You can't pre-order the PS4 yet, though, right?
I mean, the PS4 is already.
I'm sorry, the PS5. You're right. PS5. Can't pre-order the PS5 yet, right?
You can sign up for notifications.
Oh, you can sign up for that on both. That's not new. You've been able to do that for the past 8 months.
that's true. That is true.
But last time I checked, I was able to pre-order Avengers, the video game, back when it was still in production, and which was almost a year ago at that time period. But these consoles are done, though, right? No, they're done. They're ready for mass market. They're working on mass production, yet I can't pre-order. That doesn't make sense. Why are you as a company?
Okay.
As a company, it does not make sense to start saying I'm mass producing consoles, but not getting pre-orders under account. Because pre-orders is how you establish your funding as a business, thinking business-wise, for how much you're going to mass produce, so then you don't have an overstock in your warehouse.
But let's be honest. There's no overstocking that they could do right now that would be too bad for them.
Yes, there is. They can have a horrible. They can have inventory. No, they can have inventory problems like Xbox did whenever they launched the Xbox One X, when they still had a huge overhaul of Xbox One S's. So what they did was they continued. No, they had too many Xbox One S's. They didn't have enough Xbox One X's, you're correct. But the S's they had an overstock on. Because whenever the X became the dominant power, the S started to fade out. But in order to truly get rid of their inventory, they had to discount the mess out of that console.
Now they're releasing both at the same time, and they're giving people alternatives. So if you want the most powerful one, you can get the X. If you want the kind of low budget one, you
Bro,
can get
no
the
one's
S.
arguing any of
No,
that.
I'm just saying, like,
I'm literally pointing out facts to you on how pre-orders are necessary and how they're important and how they help the structure of an overall business line, and how if I think they were truly prepared, they would have put pre-orders out already.
Sebastian, let me say one thing.
The only thing I'm going to say right now is both Xbox Ones, X's, and S's, as well as PS4s and PS4 Pros, are on shortage right now. You know what that makes me believe? Makes me believe that they're mass producing and they're using their resources that were for PS4s and Xbox Ones to produce the new consoles.
You know,
so which means they're going to be trying to make more to avoid the shortages of every single generation before them.
Okay. And I would 100% agree with you. If I didn't go on eBay and I see people price gouging PS4s and PS4 Pros, Xbox One X's, and also even Switches, I see them upping the prices on those throughout eBay and other marketplaces because of the shortage. They're taking advantage. So once again, me as a company, I would launch my pre-orders sooner, because then that tells someone that there actually is something coming out this holiday season for sure that you are paying money for, and you don't have to pay your money for my old generation console that is going to be the predecessor in 6 months.
No, I get you. I feel like neither PlayStation or Xbox is handling this very well.
I just want to know who needs to be fired or who needs to be re-educated. That's all I'm saying.
I think, truthfully, they put this date a long time ago, and then with Corona and everything else, that kind of slow down production and their timeline. However, I think they
I'm just saying, if you have a date, if you have a certainty with any other thing you've shown me, you have no fear in pre-ordering. Why can I not pre-order this console?
Because they're
Because
obviously
both
not ready
sides
yet.
are just riding this wave. They're pissing you off on purpose, bro.
Probably
They're doing all
are.
of this on
And
purpose.
the longer
they
they
know
wait,
there's a shortage out there, and they know that they're over. But like, why put out more PS4s on the market? You can just wait, and everybody's gonna get the PS5.
No, but I'm not even.
They're doing this.
Yeah.
All of this is silent.
Yeah.
They're doing it on purpose to piss you off, to make us talk about it like we're
Maybe.
doing right now.
Maybe that it's working.
All I know is, as soon as I get that notification, I'm pre-ordering.
That's what I'm
getting it.
saying.
That's it. And
No,
I'll
but
tell
like-
everybody, like, you literally, like, you pre-order, because they already said there's not going to be enough, just like he said.
Yeah.
Then they said they're going to make more, but they still said that's not going to be enough.
Yeah,
So
but like-
pre-order within 24 hours if you want to less than that, probably.
The other thing I want to say is, as far as
In
PlayStation
like
has shown,
2 hours.
Yeah,
yeah,
you have to be
you
on
have
it.
2 hours. No, absolutely. And what I will also say is, PlayStation has been notorious with the first generation of their consoles being the best generation of their consoles. PS2 and PS3, the first generation that came out, had way more capabilities than any of the other consoles. And then they came out with the second gen wave and removed tons of features. Like on the PS3, it had, or was it the it was the PS3, I believe, that had both HDMI and also the capability of having the 3-port, because that's when HDMI was first becoming big, and they had that only in the first generation for the first wave. The second wave, they immediately removed those 3 prongs, and then you only had the HDMI. So even when you went to resell your PS3 and for the PS4, you got a higher marked up value for the one that had both analog and also HDMI capability.
That was the 80 gig PS3, and only the 80 gig PS3 was the one who could play PS2 games.
Yep.
Because I remember it was such a big deal that I'm like, it was 40 gig and 80 gig, which seemed like absolutely too much space back then. But now it's like one game, but that's it. But that's like that PS3 changed everything.
We are literally bringing up everything that grinds my gears, because literally he brought up the games.
I mean, yes, the games, and we already know the problem with the games.
Not
We don't even
everyone
have a
knows.
price.
Not everyone knows. No,
We
not
talked
that.
about it before. We don't even
That's
have a
not-
price. It's not even anything on the physical copy
Yes,
of the game.
that is
it's
the
just
problem.
literally a digital code that
Yep.
you just download.
Yep.
So why am I paying all this money for a darn game?
Yep.
I know. We already know about that. And
No, not everyone knows though. It's
and
not
I feel
common
like
knowledge.
that's part of the reason why they don't want to talk about it or give us the numbers right now, because they're still trying to figure out what's okay. They'll put a little rumor out that it might be this. Oh,
Sir, this is America.
Oh,
You make
this.
outlandish statements and promises, and then you try and back them up later. That's how America works.
hey, that's why people being so hard on Xbox. But Sony's a Japanese company. Do what? What's he gonna do?
What?
I don't know.
Did you just try to make the argument that Xbox was an American company? Don't get me wrong. I understand it's Microsoft, and Microsoft is owned by an American
They got the
person.
majority of it.
But by any means necessary or realms, I don't think of Microsoft as a United States company. I think of Microsoft as a global company
Yes,
because
they're a
they
global
have
company.
many enterprises in every country around the world.
That is true, but I just feel like when it comes to a Microsoft, I feel like it's easier to see what Microsoft is going to do. However, like Microsoft has no choice but to update all of their different platforms on both PC and Xbox. They have too many things invested right now that they have shareholders and everything that they have to update. So it's like
Everyone has to update, but I will agree that because of the way that Microsoft has been innovative in the industry, considering they started off with just PCs, and I remember when Xbox first came out, and I thought it was
Well-
stupid of them to do, but now it's
well, you
Probably.
already see the shift, and look where they're going with. They're supposed to be making Xbox Live free, so pretty much now, I guess going to PlayStation 5. You know, if you want to play with your friends, you can do that for free. However,
if that's true, then I forgive them for their stupid name of their console.
Wait, what? I didn't see that it was free. I saw that
See.
it was with Xbox Game Pass Gold. That was $15 a month.
from
They're getting rid of the $60 a year model, but they're replacing that with $15 a month, which is more. But you get access to all the games.
from my understanding, what I read recently
Take away
is
the money.
that
Right.
they're getting rid of the Xbox Live model,
Right.
and they're just doing the Xbox Game Pass. So,
So that's $15 a month.
but if
they're
you want to
gonna
play
let you
online for
just-
free,
just
you
So
just
if I
buy
can
a
play-
system
right.
and
But-
a physical copy and just let you play online with your friends, you don't have to pay nothing.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
that's-
PlayStation
that's
on
what
a
they
lot of
put out.
games already has that. But if Xbox does that unilaterally across all games, then once again, like I said, I forgive you for the very stupid name.
Alright, well, enough of that topic.
Because I'm gonna come over to someone's house if they say I have an Xbox One X, and I'm gonna come and I'm gonna be like, "Damn it! You don't have the fucking series!" And they're gonna be like, "Yeah, man, I told you. I told you. You want to play the Xbox?" And and I'm like, "I asked you which one you had, and you told me X. So I assumed you meant series." He's like, "Oh, nah, bro. That must have
No, I
been a
meant the
cutout."
Xbox One S.
Man, get
No.
outta here.
Not the Xbox One X, the Xbox Series S.
No, exactly. That's why I said.
Wait, are we talking about the new Series S, or are you talking about the Xbox One S? Because there's a new Series S confirmed as well. Not the Xbox One Series X.
S is the
There's the Xbox One Series S, but there is the Xbox One S.
These names are dumb. Yeah.
As I said, I will forgive
So
them.
yeah, just you have to call it series like now.
That's it.
The other
These are
Xbox
Siri.
Series.
Which also gets me because are you really coming at Apple? Because Apple has Siri.
Stop. Because I'm mad at Apple. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Apple lover.
I'm
Apple
sorry.
Apple was
Whoa.
Apple was making
So
a
first-
play.
hang on, so first
Is
off,
that
Okay,
your
what's up?
screen?
So first
That's
off,
your screen name,
one,
Mr. Apple Lover.
I am not an Apple lover. Do I have Apple devices and do I enjoy using them? Yes.
Bro, you
But-
defend them like
Bro, I always defend the other underdog just because that's just like,
how is Apple the underdog in the slightest?
bro, because when you come at them with Google has more.
Bro,
Come on,
stop.
man. Google
Say-
versus Apple has a bite taken out of them already. Of course they're the underdog.
Well, Apple is pretty much saying no to
'Cause you
right
get it,
now
there's an Apple
to
and a
everybody
bite
in the
taken out.
gaming community. They're saying no to pretty much Microsoft. They're saying no to
Yes,
pretty
because-
much, several
Yes,
game
Apple-
developers
bro,
like Fortnite.
Anyone
and
who is
keeping people
surprised,
off the store.
right? But anyone who is surprised by this, it surprises me because Apple has always been a company where they say my software is my software. Leave me the f alone. So the thing
But
is,
you-
with all of these other companies that are coming in and they look, the thing is, Apple saying no, but Apple has also shown you that whenever they say no, that doesn't mean permanent no. That just means they have to work
until
out a
they
way.
create something.
Correct.
And it's just like, why do I gotta wait for you to create something like that? That's the main
Bro,
thing that makes
this
me
is-
want to switch phones right now because I could be on Google Pixel
Cool.
playing my Xbox from my phone,
And that's great. And that's fine.
You can
And
do
they-
that with an
right.
iPhone.
But I've had
No, I can't.
I've
Yes,
had
you can.
an iPhone.
can't get that.
Hang on, I've literally had an iPhone.
I'll teach you.
I had
Okay,
an
teach me.
iPhone for over the past 10 years, And in that time period, I've seen a lot of people have problems with their other phones. I haven't had a problem with
I haven't had a problem with the Google Pixel.
My
And
MacBook.
you have had problems with
No,
iPhone.
I haven't had problems with my iPhone at all.
It's just like when we said about.
No,
it's just-
I'm being serious. The only problem that you could ever say, which was any smartphone, is that your battery life. But your battery life goes out in any smartphone. So I'm
No, I
immediately
agree.
eliminating
But
common
when it
problems.
comes to that, it's just how you use the phone. It's just like Xbox and PlayStation. They have different features
Right,
that
but what I'm trying to
certain
say
people
is,
care
in
about.
all of my Apple devices, I really haven't had many problems, and it's because they hold their software so near and dear, and they don't allow third parties and things like that.
But we have seen somebody that the Google Pixel does it tremendously well. That does allow third parties, and it really has no issue. So it's not like it can't be done. And then second, if you're doing that, same thing that you're talking about PlayStation and Sony, can you say something to your consumers? Because as somebody
They
that
don't
has
say-
an iPhone,
Yeah.
I want a reason why I can't download the Microsoft app. I want a reason why I can't play my Xbox. Give me a reason. Like, that's not an excuse. Like, hey, because Apple is waiting for something.
I'm not saying they're doing anything. I'm just saying strategically what they've done in the past. I can't speak
That's
for them
great.
today.
Another thing is,
I need communication.
Microsoft and Epic are trying to sue Apple because of something about Fortnite.
Yeah, they took Fortnite off of their market.
Because Epic was trying to take all the money from all the players off of Apple's servers. A lot of people using their Apple devices to pay for their Fortnite stuff, and Fortnite's like, no, we want to hold all the money. Apple's like, no, and then they're trying to sue them. They're not gonna win that lawsuit. Apple's over $8 billion 2 years ago. All they've done is go up. Like, they're gonna lose.
Look,
Like,
what I will also
But
say,
then you have to argue, is that right or not?
Doesn't matter.
no,
Like,
wait,
I mean,
wait.
You're saying it's a big company.
Hang on.
That has nothing to do with anything. To me, it's the more of, is it right for this big monopoly of a company to control how the game developers actually get their funds?
I mean, yeah, because I have your device, and your device is what's sending them the funds. And the thing is, with Apple, can you also use that? I don't play Fortnite. I've never played Fortnite on my iPhone, so I don't know.
the only reason I know about
Can
this is
you
TikTok.
Right here. So here's my question: Can you use Apple Pay right now in order to pay Fortnite?
I'm not sure. I never
Yes.
played it
Okay,
on
so then
that.
that's a huge thing right there. Because
But
if
there's
Apple can
other
use
people-
Apple Pay, then that's a huge convenience
you're
for their
forced-
users. And it's not forced.
Yes, it's forced.
People who take
But
an iPhone
not
and choose to use
everybody
Apple Pay.
chooses to use Apple Pay.
Cool. Then I mean, don't get me wrong.
It's the people
So
who
give
are
me the
choosing to
option.
use their Apple Pay that they're trying to take that money. They're trying to take more of that money. Where Apple keeps a little bit of it because it's their money. It's their
So
money.
You're forcing me to. You're forcing me to have all my customers.
Hey, I don't
use
understand.
your-
If I bought into the Apple system, and I decided to do that, if Apple goes against what I want, just get another phone.
Okay, Epic, please listen. You should just go to Android and
Cool.
where you can
Then
use
just get
anything
another
you
phone.
want, and they don't take anything from your customers.
There you go. I'm glad we solved that. We always gotta wait. We always get the relentless banana. Always has something. You wanna know why?
Why?
She's relentless.
She's relentless.
Okay, so it's more of like, what would you do? I randomly thought this up.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're in an anime, and
I like it already.
you could be in a tribe or a country or like even an office, a company or whatever.
Does magic exist?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. So then all of a sudden this big hulking guy busts through, typical day wherever you are.
Like
every
One
place,
Punch Man,
Anime.
okay.
Yeah. Big hulking guy busts through with his posse. 3
With
to
his
5.
posse?
Yeah, and then he's like, I'm looking for the majestical red-tailed lion.
What?
Like, and then then all of a sudden, some power hits you, and then
Okay.
you're like, oh crap, I'm the lead in this anime.
You're the majestical red-tailed lion.
Yes.
Okay.
But then you don't want him to be like, you don't want him, you want to come off strong your first impression. Like, this is your first villain.
You ain't trying to
So
be no
what
bitch.
what do you tell that villain? Like, do you go into this long drawn out speech, or are you just like, I've been waiting for you, like,
No, I say, what the fuck are you talking about? And I act like I don't know what he's talking about. Me being the majestical red-tailed lion. Because my inspiration for this is Bugs Bunny.
Oh, well, how you get Bugs Bunny from this?
Because, bro, let's look at this, okay? Bugs Bunny, I don't care what anyone says, he's the ultimate trickster. He's tricked Elmer Fudd multiple times, Daffy Duck, like, and you know that rule. Shame on
the king of trolls.
1 time, shame on me. 2 times, that's your own fault. Shame on you. And he's continuously fooled these people over and over again. Rabbit season, duck season, come on, everyone knows that.
True.
So if I'm able to like look this man dead in his eye and be like, I am not the majestical red-tailed lion and get off with that, that's epic level. That's epic level to me. Because the thing is, that means I potentially could be as dope as Bugs Bunny. And Bugs Bunny is known across the world.
You like took this like you played it so hard just to justify this Bugs Bunny.
That's not hard, bro. That's simple. Duck season, rabbit season, that's literally one of the things he's most well known for.
Oh boy.
And he tricked the fuck out of Elmer Fudd. He shot that duck multiple times.
That is true. That is true. That is true. I mean, if I was gonna answer the question, I would say, I mean, I would probably just like wait to the moment, cause you know.
Bro, you just trying to throw hands.
No, you don't, cause you don't know. Even if you find out that
You telling me you're not gonna throw hands? That's literally a throw hands answer. I'ma wait. Oh, so you gonna wait till he walks by you, then you gonna clap him? Got
I
it.
didn't say I wasn't gonna throw hands, but
Okay.
I'm gonna give an option where I don't have to throw hands. Okay.
But bro, we talking 90-10, 50-50, like what we talking?
Percentage?
It's like as we're going. It's like, hey,
It's
oh,
90-10.
you saying that I'm gonna the dragon? Oh snap!
It was a lion.
Okay,
It was
the
a lion.
lion.
Oh,
Okay.
plot twist. Let's say your crush is there and she's witnessing the whole thing. What do you do?
I do the same thing.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you don't know what people's life stories are. And so, like, when she presented that thing, your whole it's complicated. But Craig, what do you think?
Okay, so my answer, I didn't really think of a backstory or consequences or anything. Just from the question, if we were in an anime,
Yeah.
if I was in an anime, that means I know that I'm in an anime. So if I know that I'm the protagonist in my own anime, and then I get hit with the majestic lion powers, and that dude is like, I'm looking for the majestic, I'm just eat that dude.
Got
He's
it.
dead. He's,
So,
he's
you're going-
done.
you're going-
He's like not even the main villain. He's
Got
like
it.
the guy that he sent. He's like the lower guy. He's like trying to come after me, and he's like he doesn't even talk to the head villain. He's just trying to like gain popularity with the head villain. Be like, oh, I took out the majestic. Look at me. Give me a promotion, boss. Like,
But,
nah, he's dead.
Oh, damn.
That's it.
Instant eye contact.
There's nothing else to it.
Damn.
Cause I know I'm the protagonist.
Wait,
It's on.
but like my question is, all right, but you just got the powers though. Do you know how to use the powers fully?
Nah.
So
I'm gonna walk up to him and something's gonna happen,
But
and
that's
when it
gonna-
happens, it happens.
but
When
that's
you
gonna-
feel, you gotta listen to your
You
body.
listen to your-
listen
that's what
to
I'm
your
saying.
key,
Nah,
feel.
nah, don't try to backtrack now.
I'm gonna try to gauge
When I
his
say
blood,
thing-
right? I'm
when
gonna
I
walk
could-
right up to the dude,
Hang on.
and I'm gonna try to look at him and see if I can see his blood flow. Might work, it might not. Who knows? But if I can, then I can strike his pressure points, and then I can eat him.
See, Cam, when I asked you a question about you attacking, you kind of danced around it. He just said he's
Yeah.
going to attack.
If it
Man,
doesn't
you
work,
said
and
he's
if
gonna
he
attack.
attacks me, my body's just gonna react. My power's gonna kick in, and he's done.
He's done.
And I'll be like, oh, that's how you do that.
See, I'm a
Cool.
believer you need training first. I don't believe you just pick up.
I mean, no, it's not
Just
like
the
Star
protagonist. I'm not
Wars
a
where
side
you just read some
character.
books. and you
Yeah,
gotta
I'm not
do it.
like the train. I'm not a
No,
side
I know.
character.
No,
I'm the
you could.
protagonist,
You
bro.
could be a
So
Saitama.
I'm
You
gonna
could
beat this dude, and then I'm gonna get noticed, and then the other dudes gonna pop out of nowhere and try to train me and be like, "Here's the villain. You gotta, yeah, he's your father or something."
Okay.
You're like, oh snap! I knew it. My dad was the villain the whole time. At home watching Netflix right now, probably
No,
plotting on me.
Plot twist.
Netflix and plot.
I'm done. I like how. Oh man.
Okay, so my topic is a new game that we just picked up the other day that's been pretty popular, and I'm chasing the hype train, and I got Fall Guys, and it's pretty fun. Fall Guys is this game. It's kind of like a battle royale where you play mini games, like basically where they're just trying to knock you off, and then obstacle courses, and it's super simplistic because the only controls are jump, grab and run, but because and dive, but because the levels are like so crazy, like anything could happen, and like you think you got the mechanic and you just lose. I haven't won yet, and it's infuriating. Yeah, it's called Fall Guys.
You start off with 60 people. There's like 5 levels.
And each time there's a guy that falls.
Yeah.
And there's like 10 to 15 that fall each level, and you try to make it to the end.
And what system is that on?
It's a PS4, but it just came out on Steam as well, I think. Or it's coming soon.
Yeah.
I think it's out now on Steam.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's really fun.
I'll have to try it out.
Like, it's kind of like, because like, especially y'all watch the Bird. Like, I do a lot of shooters, and I do a lot of like more serious content, and it's good to have a game where you can just like screw around and have fun.
And like not even have worry about anything.
Yeah.
I mean, that was me trying to try out since it was free this week. Total War, but that game got way too complicated. Like the AIDS of no, it's not AIDS. It's Total War Empire on Steam or whatever.
It looked like Civilization.
Almost. They're very similar. They're very similar. It's just Civilization is more about building the whole civilization up. Art of War is more about the attack of. You still build resources and stuff like that, but it's more of you are going to either have to attack certain countries or you're going to have to make peace. So that's one of the ones I was looking at.
I want to say something real quick. Y'all talking about those PS4 games. What did y'all think about Ghost of Tsushima?
Holy cow.
There's a voice somewhere.
The producer's voice. Relax.
To me, Ghost of Tsushima is a very beautiful game. I love it. It's just not the game that I particularly play on my own. I play a lot of multiplayer games or competitive games, so that's a game that I will actually watch people stream. So I'm waiting for Bird to start, stream some Ghosts. So
I really want to play that game, and whenever I watch others play it, I'm excited for really just learning the different combat styles. I know there's 4 different styles you can hold with your sword to combat different types of enemies, but unfortunately I put a restraint on myself, and I'm not gonna buy that game until I 100% Sekiro, which I'm currently at like 84. So I'm working on it. I'll be there soon.
I'm just letting you know that final level was only so hard because you got to fight through your tears, bro. You really do. It's hard to see the swords coming at you when you're crying. You're just like, I'm sorry.
So you're telling me you were crying? Okay, I'm just checking. I just want to know. So whenever I play it, if I don't cry, then I know something.
Hurts your soul. That means you have no feelings, punk.
I mean, hey. Am I a punk because I have no feelings?
I mean,
yes.
Okay.
Speaking of crying, I just remembered my other topic, which is the Alexander Hamilton musical. That one definitely will make you cry. Maybe twice during a single viewing. And then you watch it again and you cry in the same parts. And then I didn't even realize until the second part that the same actor that plays, is it Lafayette? It also plays Hamilton's son. Was it Lafayette?
You're talking about Lafayette and Thomas Jefferson.
Speaking of Hamilton, I just want to.
But I didn't realize that the first time. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I want to get your opinion about it. Like, do you? Because some people, been watching it, especially now that's on Disney Plus or whatever,
right.
And it's like they'll give it all of the acclaim that it deserves, but they'll take away from it because it's black. Do you feel like
take away?
Pretty much saying that it's like it's a black thing, that the pretty much everything, like the art, the music, the songs, that it's
screw those people. That's what I say. I'm not gonna read into everything. I didn't even know that they said that, but even like, okay, well, it's hip hop and it's multicultural. It's not just black. Like, there's all types of races in there. And the story that they're told, they're even just recasting the race of the original people. Like, I was actually having a conversation earlier today that I think Burr is my favorite character in that musical. However, I think I attached to his character a little bit more because he's a black actor. And I'm like, okay, well, William Burr was the shit. He was this awesome dude. But then I'm like, if I go and read the history, he wasn't black. So then I don't really care as much. I don't know. It's a fantastic musical. The performances are
It's easy to relate to people who look like you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's facts.
Yeah.
I mean, that's science.
So why would you want like everything to be all one race?
It doesn't make sense to me. We live in a world of so many differences that if we don't take opportunities to celebrate our differences, I think we as a human species are doing each other a disservice.
I guess a caveat to that is, if I was gonna play devil advocate, do you feel like us including the word black on a when it comes to like art or music, does that take away like from its artistic value? Like, do you feel like if something's like called a black play or
No.
Okay.
Yep, shutting
I
down
don't
that
think
one
so.
too.
Okay.
I don't think so at all. I mean,
But if anything, you could look at it in a positive light in marketing, because
like
maybe
you're trying.
black people are likely going to
exactly.
do that.
Like, are you using that for? Like, I think whenever someone does that, they are using it for artistic preference. Like, hey, by the way, art is something that doesn't vibe with everyone. So if they say like, hey, black this or black that, then they're like, oh, hey, by the way, it's because it appeals towards this demographic of people a little bit more. So that's how come I said it. Or the other reason I did it is for like shock and awe value sometimes too. Because let's look at the massive thing that has occurred in 2020. You know what I mean? Like, besides COVID, like literally, there's been a lot of high tension whenever it comes towards racism and things like that. So trying to highlight certain things by using the word black first is completely understandable to me.
Well, I mean,
even if they said like Chinese, Asian, whatever they want to say. I just
wish when people understood like the differences. Like, my whole thing is like having somebody say, this is black art and stuff, it means something, it represents something. When somebody say that like a singer or a person, or whatever, or like in the news, they'll say, hey, black man. But it's like, why does it, in those cases, when it can be literally anybody or whatever, why do you have to identify them as a black man? But when somebody is doing something great, or providing some art, or they did something or whatever, then we don't want to call it what it is or whatever.
Well, then that just breaks down to your view of the words and the cultures, like, because you can.
I'm confused. I thought they did it under both instances.
It's going to be based more on.
I heard it different.
I guess the tone or the usage. How are you using it? Like, yeah, sure. If you use it in a negative way, then why do you have to say that? But if you're using it to, I'm losing my train of thought.
No, I mean, it's like you said, it's all how you use it and pretty much your context and your tone.
I got a question for y'all. This one mini topic. What does it take to be called a black-owned business? Because there is an instance where someone in my life who is of the Caucasian descent is trying to own a business with someone who is black. They're trying to market it as a black-owned business. What do y'all think?
Does a black person own the business? If so,
it's 50-50.
It's 50-50. I mean, so all right. So I think this is interesting. The only reason why I'm gonna say this is interesting is because I know by like all constitutes, I think the majority of people would say no, it's not a black-owned business because it's not 100% black-owned potentially. Yeah, if they say like majoritarily owned by a black person, then it's considered a black-owned business. At least I thought that's what it was by dictionary terms. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, I guess if they want to sell 1% share, then then technically it's a black-owned business because it's owned by the majoritarily black. Don't get me wrong, they can create a new term. They can call it a mixed entity business. See how that kicks off. You never know. It could go international like that. Mixed international. Oh, what? Sounds diverse.
You're ridiculous.
What?
I don't know what you would use it for, but I just like the way that mixed entity rolls off the tongue.
Right?
You should just
That's
say
what I'm
that
saying.
and use that
Like
as something.
mixed entity business, Like, oh, what do you mean mixed? Like, I'd probably just hire on like the global union just so that I can keep that title going.
You have mixed entity.
Yeah, exactly.
We have something for you.
It's a way of addressing people's guilt without wholeheartedly. Wow, I literally taking the joke way too far.
Mixed international.
No, I'm gonna do it anyway. So no, it's like it's like attacking everyone's guilt for like slavery and everything they've done wrong for every other entity by them supporting a mixed entity business because they're giving their money away, just not completely to all. the ethnicities, sometimes it can be mixed in with some white people.
Someone says institute.
Yeah.
Sure.
I just imagine this is totally off base. I just
But that's
imagine
taking the
like
joke way
a
too
crime
far.
scene and no one can solve it, and then someone comes up and is like, "I can do this."
I'm from
And
a
they-
mixed entity business.
Adjust monocle.
Yes.
I am mixed entity.
Yep.
I'm like, oh snaps.
It's a combination, Like Gohan, you just get stronger the more mixed you are.
That's it.
Sure.
I mean,
So does that answer the question? Is that to be?
so one of my final topics is so when it comes, I know we talked about this a little bit about it, but
Don't touch it.
I want to talk a little bit about it as I'm getting in. This is my first actual cosplay or whatever, but
Wait, this is your first cosplay?
I mean, This is my first actual attempt in trying. Everything else I would say was just a costume.
Well, what are you making the cosplay for?
For our watch party event, August 29th, we're going to having a virtual cosplay contest.
Oh, snap. You're having a virtual cosplay contest?
Yes.
Oh, what time does it start?
4 p.m.
On the 29th?
on the 29th.
What day is that?
That's a Saturday.
Saturday. Wow.
Yeah.
It's not that long. That's not that far away. What is that? Is that 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks away.
2 weeks. But so, this is my first attempt on like actual doing a cosplay outfit.
What
but
are you doing?
I'm doing Isaac from Castlevania on Netflix. But some
So
people
the Castlevania Netflix, not the video game.
Castlevania Netflix. It's not the video game. But some people kind of takes off points where when you're getting a costume pre-built. So like as somebody that y'all have done more cosplay or whatever, like what makes it cosplay and what makes it like a costume? Like what's the difference?
Wow. It's like when the teacher's like, oh, this project's gonna include drawing, and everyone's like, oh shit, my artist friend in the back. What up?
What we like to call that is a token.
A token.
Okay. And I'm not like
Yeah.
I've been cosplaying for like a few. Well, okay, so personally, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with buying stuff versus making stuff. The issue I feel like is more happens more often is when there is like the cosplay contest, and it's like, well, here's this person that made a Gundam, made every piece out of some freaking EVA foam, like, so, and then you have someone who just bought something. I can understand that, but and the same, I feel like there's also perspectives because there's like people who it's hard for them to make stuff from hand, like stitching and gluing and stuff, and sometimes the chemicals you have to deal with, like some people can't handle it or they're in too much pain to do anything. So I understand, and plus some people are just like, I'm just not that creative at all. Like,
Well, and that's where I kind of like how some of the stuff that I saw in the community, that some people were saying that the difference comes from the actual thought behind the persona. Like, it's not just putting on the outfit, but it's like, did you put it into why are you put this outfit? Why are you wearing this? Did you add any accessories? Did you do anything to make it stand out? Like, some type of essence or story behind it.
So
true.
you mentioned that there's a cosplay contest, right?
Yes.
So that means there's rules for judging and all that other kind of
Yes.
stuff. So what are the rules?
So, I mean,
Because that would establish whether or not Lynn's comment, depending on that. Go for it.
I'm getting mixed signals, so we're just gonna cut that part, I guess.
No. So what you probably should say is, for a list of our rules and regulations dealing with our cosplay, you should really check our website, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all access points in which we are advertising our cosplay, just so that you get a firm listing of all the rules and regulations. And if you have any questions directly dictated towards that, you can message us directly, so we can give you more information on it, and we can make sure we get you set up properly.
Thank you.
He said.
But okay. Before we get, anybody got anything else before we get out of here?
Man, I thought so we're just leaving? We're not doing picks of the week?
No, we're doing picks of the week.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure.
No, we always end with picks of
I
the
just
week.
want to make sure because the way
Before
you
we
said
get
that.
out of here, you didn't.
Yeah, you didn't really say it.
So, picks of the week. If you don't know, picks of the week is where we highlight any anime, music, TV show, anything that you think you should be paying attention to. So, who's starting off picks of the week?
I'll go. Because
Okay.
everybody's just looking sideways.
What's up?
I wanted to see who would go first.
Yeah.
I was practicing my seed to
So how long are we gonna do this? About 5, 10
What I
minutes?
want to, my pick of the week this week. Last week I picked Rent a Girlfriend, and y'all should check out my YouTube, YouTube and UGA's YouTube, Instagram for Decimo Primo. I gave y'all a little review on Rent a Girlfriend. The next one I'm gonna do is gonna be my pick of the week for this week, which is the Irregular Student at Demon Academy.
No, Misfit.
Oh, sorry,
The Misfit
at Demon Academy. There's a reason why I said irregular, though,
Yeah.
and I will.
irregular at the yeah.
Right, because I'm also going to talk about that in my upcoming video.
Didn't it get renewed?
It did get renewed. It's going to have a second season, but there's a direct correlation that I'm going to kind of dive into based off like the characters and things like that, and go more into it later on. But that's really my pick of the week.
Awesome anime. You can check that out on Crunchyroll.
What was the anime again?
Misfit at Demon Academy.
Oh, Misfit at Demon Academy.
Yeah, that one's fire.
Relentless.
No, they literally have fire in it. So.
Yo, yes. Like a lot.
What is your
You
pick
like
of the
fire,
week?
that's the anime for you.
There
Fire
you
Force is another good anime
is
about
true.
fire. They got a lot of fire. Sorry.
My pick of the week is Danganronpa because, well, it's not only an anime, it's a video game, and also it's been their 10-year anniversary, so to celebrate that, they put the first Danganronpa game on phones, which I think is pretty cool.
Okay.
It is a mystery game. Basically, do I talk about the premise? Y'all want to know about
Go ahead.
Yeah.
We need to.
It got me interested.
We need to know.
Basically, how the series starts off is you wake up in a school with 14, 15 other kids, and you're told that this is your life now. You're staying in the school for the rest of your life. The only way out is to graduate. You graduate by killing one of your classmates. The rest of your classmates have a trial. And then, if you're not found guilty, you get to leave, and everyone else gets executed. But then if you are found to be the killer, then you get executed, and everyone continues to live on in the school.
No, we just gonna live a good life at the school. You know.
But the headmaster gets bored, so he starts providing motives every time for someone to come and kill someone.
I feel like this is very much
Interesting.
like.
Oh, and your memories have been wiped from the past 2-3 years.
Okay.
Like, you know, this all. I feel like the writer was just like, you know, God has a sense of humor, so do I. Ha ha! This is my world. You know, like.
It's one of the most messed up games I've ever played, but I love it. I love the series.
Man, that's crazy. Like,
yeah.
you kill someone and then you get to go back to society.
I mean, hey, you got away with it.
I feel like this is a lie.
But then it's also like, is there a society to go to? That's
True.
a question.
That is a question. What about you, Bird?
Bird is gonna cheat and put in 2 plugs. 2
Oh!
picks of the week. 2. Oh,
Oh, that's because Kakal had an echo.
Sorry, I know that you can capture those whispers, and like I just like. Okay, anyways, first one is I'm gonna plug myself. We're gonna plug the Bird because the Bird is gonna do his first hosted tournament ever of Destiny 2.
Word?
He's been talking about doing it forever, and
Trials
it's gonna
of
be
the
on
Bird.
Friday, the 27th, I think, the 28th, the
Bird.
28th. Yeah,
What?
sure.
Is that the word?
of the Bird?
Yeah.
It is.
So you're talking.
So the name of the tournament is called Trials of the Bird.
Oh.
Trials of Osiris has been a long-standing, very since the beginning of Destiny 1 weekend tournament. Best of the best come out, but the Trials of the Bird is a free-for-all, meaning all weapons will be allowed. I know some of y'all viewers know that I've been thinking about maybe banning some stuff, maybe not. All weapons will be allowed, all tactics will be allowed, all everything. 1v1, make it dirty, let's do it. Sorry.
Hey, you said make it dirty.
Make it dirty.
Make it dirty. Come on out, please join my tournament.
Okay, what's
More
the
information, links in the stuff. Also, the second one is going to be this manga that I started reading because Decimo Primo put me on the anime for Yowamushi Pedal. It's a anime about bicycle racing, and I personally love to cycle. The bird likes to get out there and flap his wings and see if maybe if I go fast enough I could take off. Did it one time, only went like a centimeter, but it's a work in progress.
It counts. It counts.
I started reading the manga because the show was so exciting, and it's just a really good story about cyclists. If you're even semi-interested in biking or you just do it as a hobby, you can even learn things about cycling by reading or watching that anime/manga. So, Yowamushi Pedal, check it out.
The Wolf's pick of the week is this week I'm gonna go with Aru no Sora. It's a basketball anime, and the reason why I recommend this basketball anime over something like Kuroko no Basketball is because it actually has character development, and not just the side characters but also the main character. And the main character goes through a lot, and you will see that throughout. We're still just on season 1, and then so you appreciate the small moments that they take to build up the story or the characters, because like this latest episode, it was them kind of like, don't get me wrong, was it them full potential? No, but you got to see the promise of all the different parts, all of the different characters coming together to build a team. And it kind of reminded me of, because we were just having a conversation about it, like the Bulls, pretty much with Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, all of the legends, and then you had Aru no Sora, kind of giving me the same vibe where they could go with this, because they build up all of the different characters, and all of the different characters are not only just specializing in one or two different things, but they're picking up on, hey, he's going to do this, so I'm gonna do this. So check it out, Aru no Sora on Crunchyroll. Can't recommend it enough. But thanks for joining us for another episode of the AOE podcast. Peace.
Oh, also, before I go out, because this is gonna launch before next week, right?
Yes. Well, Monday. Monday.
Awesome. Perfect timing. So everybody else, also, if anyone's a fan of Sword Art Online, I want to let y'all know this is a spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
If you're not caught up, you need to catch up now.
This is the moment?
No, this is the moment that if anyone's watched it up to this point or seen anything or even seen a preview, then they know Kiriko's like not all there. He comes back this episode.
Okay. I will have to catch up.
Can I just skip everything and just start watching?
If you do, I would at least go 3 episodes back. 3 episodes back from this week. I would at least do that, because they do a good summarization of everything that's occurred in the entire anime up to this point, and they're still showing you real life events at the same time.
Yeah.
So you see the turmoil, you see a lot of in-depth things, and you get to see this man come back in all the magnificent splendor that this man should come back in.
All right.
But I feel like next episode is really gonna be where it all drops. That's how come next week is probably gonna be my pick of the week.
All right, that's dope. I'm gonna check it out. But thanks for joining us again for the AOE pod. Game on.